Hey there, how's it going, everybody? This is Night Falcon, also known as Manny Coon. This is a bit different than what I usually do. Um, Lately, I've been fascinated with the topic of cryptids. More importantly, dogmen. Yes, dogmen, that's correct. Just like Sasquatch or Bigfoot, as some people call them, they are very fascinating. And more people seem to be coming out and talking about this. I guess you'd say, if anyone has seen it, looks like a werewolf, right? People have seen it in California, in Mississippi, New Orleans, Texas. Yeah, like down on the border of Texas. It's crazy, you know? It's basically uh, an up walking dog. But, you know, if you think of a werewolf, it's capable of standing up on two legs, right? But at the same time, it can run on all fours. It's crazy, you know. The thing is, you can't call it a werewolf because technically, this thing has always been what it is, according to anybody who has looked into it or researched it. Right? It's not a man or woman that turns into a wolf. Basically, it's just always been this creature, but they're highly intelligent, capable of opening doors, car doors. You know, most of the stories you hear, they're always saying how it rattles the door handle to their house. Very creepy, you know. Um, yeah, it's a very, very interesting creature. I recommend you guys, if you haven't heard of this, look up The Land Between the Lakes. They have a good amount of stories from that area. Also, um, Taylor, Mississippi seems to be a good area for uh, dogmen, you know, or anybody who's down in the uh, southeast of the U.S. The Rougarou is what they call it. This thing, oh man, as far as I've heard stories, very terrifying. It it's definitely something you don't want to mess with, and you don't want uh you don't want to shoot at it. That's for sure, unless you have to, you know. But that have to, well, in the end, it's up to you, depending on what you think is the reason why you'd want to shoot this thing, or should I say things. You know, some people think that Bigfoot and all that stuff, it's like one creature that is everywhere. Well, that's impossible. The thing is that people have come to realize that Bigfoot itself, you know, the Sasquatch, they're a species. They there's literally a they're a family. You know, you people have seen males, females, along with like what you would consider like their kids. You know, there's literally videos out there where I think there was one in California. I'm not sure, but it was like the Fourth of July weekend, and somebody was hiking and they started recording. It would look like a mother and her child, Bigfoot, you know, Sasquatch, walking from right to left, behind some trees. They come out into this like clearing, and they run behind a giant boulder, and it looks very concerned, very terrified that someone is looking at her and her child. Uh, that was a really good video, actually. Most of this stuff you can find it on YouTube, and yeah, I don't know. It's a very fascinating topic. If I can find some stories, I know that there's a couple of people on YouTube already that tell their stories, and a couple channels, that accumulated a good amount of stories already. Um, but yeah, Dogman, what a topic. Uh, when I get into it, I'll tell some stories. You guys should definitely look into this. It's very interesting. Weird times we're living in, man. Weird times.